All right, y'all, we're going to do this in one take. I don't have time. So, I played a little Silent Hill F last night after buying the deluxe edition. I was curious enough about this one. I liked the Silent Hill Remake 2. I checked it out. All right, first thing in my notes is that it is very, very, very authentically Japanese. It is very manga. This is the first manga Silent Hill, that's the perfect example of what's going to be divisive. So the opening chapter is very classic Silent Hill. You're even fighting enemies. It's just like Silent Hill 2, the remake. It really plays like that. The combat's a little more refined, which is nice, but it plays like that for the first chapter. And then so far for me, it has been like an anime. And I'm wondering if they're like trying to like reach out to more demographics. Like it's not just gory horror. Don't get me wrong. So the death animation in the first chapter is there's like this slime mold that infects you, and it's like death blight in Elden Ring or something, or where it's like a plant is growing from your heart and like exploding you, but it's like it comes out of your pores and like through your eye. So that's pretty intense. That's pretty gross. Again, interesting. I'm compelled. I'm really into it. If I haven't said it already, I'm really enjoying it. It's hard to make me uncomfortable in a game these days, and this kind of did it. The dodge is comedically OP. Everything in it is very grounded and realistic. You feel like you're like a weak character who's like just barely scrapping along, except she like Naruto dodges, or it's like any from Soft Soulsborne kind of game. Like the dodge is a lot of iframes, so that's funny. They removed the double tap from the recent remake, so that was where you had to like beat down to enemies to make sure they didn't get back up. Now enemies like fade into the ether. They cry out. There's an obvious indication of when they're really dead. They cry out and they dissolve, which saves some time. Double tapping is interesting as a concept, but then it's not that fun. Weapons break down, and you find weapons along the way, as opposed to like kind of unlocking weapons in the most recent Silent Hill 2 remake. I'm not sure I like it, but I think I can get used to it. I played a lot of games like The Witcher and stuff where you have repair kits and you just do it. Oh, that's the other thing. So the save points, this has never really happened in Silent Hill before. It's a place to save, and it's a place to like turn in items for currency and spend the currency and improve your character, and it like restores your character a little bit. So that's more interesting. It makes the loop more of like a familiar thing if you're like a Soulsborne player. I'm not sure that I like them reusing mannequins as the first enemy, but now that I've seen the anime like part of it, I'm thinking maybe they were doing that just to like lull us into a sense of security. They reuse mannequins, which are like this creepy just like mannequin monster, as the first thing you fight, but they are fresh in how they move. They're more like jumpy, where they'll like stand still and then do something really quick. Whereas like earlier in the series, they would fumble towards you and crawl like spiders. So we'll see about that. So there's a trio. You're keeping track of your sanity, your stamina, and your health, and that's not always true. In Silent Hill, usually it's like maybe just health, stamina, maybe in some of the recent ones. This is the first one where you're actually doing all three: sanity, health, and stamina all at the same time, and it makes combat interesting because you're trading all three. You'll swing a weapon when you have the stamina. They have a focus mechanism where like you fight better. It's like a VAT system, like Fallout or something, but it just drains sanity. And when you're out of sanity, you just start dying. Your health goes down. It has the good readable maps that auto update and are super useful from the most recent remake. So it's like the map fills itself out for you, and it marks things it marks locked doors, items, like things you can come back to. Intuitive map, and that helps a lot. I like so far that the story has involved a family and a group of friends going through the trauma of Silent Hill together. Again, like I said, I'm going to do like a different video about what I think this game means when I'm done playing it, but every Silent Hill game is basically a very literal de-abstraction of some very complicated kind of traumatizing trauma. So this group of friends being torn apart by this strange like slime mold and again the kind of like manga anime elements, I feel a lot more potential for character growth, real emotional beats. There already have been emotional beats, like as friends say goodbye. Whereas James, like, say, for example, again, in the Silent Hill Remake 2, there's like a main character, and this is all happening around them. There are other characters, but at the same time, like, there's a main character. This feels like they paint a community being torn apart, which is kind of more interesting to me. There are more plot beats of, like, safety and harmony and, like, you're safe. And old fans are probably not going to like that, but, it is what it is. I think that's all I have. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, argue with me in the comments. This is a small channel. Really appreciate all the support. I am going to make a second video about what I think this means when I'm done. And I'm going to critique it. If it sucks, I'll say it sucks. I'm going to critique it all.